Hello and welcome to today's episode of Wo bin ich zu Hause, meine Heimat für Fremde. Simply put, where do I call home? My home country for foreigners. Welcome to Keana, the salt village of the north. Today you will hear me say city often, but I stand corrected. Keana is a village and we're going to be exploring it today, so do join me. And it's approximately 67 kilometers from Lafia. So good morning guys, I guess you're wondering where we are. We have reached North Central and today it's good morning from the salt city called Keana. It's also a local government area in Nasarawa. It's about 45 kilometers to 40 kilometers from Lafia. So we took a car from the main park area from Lafia to get here. I don't think the drive was up to an hour. The road is very good. And then it's about like a 10 to 15 minute bike ride from the main park to this salt city. This is interesting because they've been making salt for I don't know how many years, but it's quite long. And where I'm standing right now is the source of the salt. So this water right here is very salty. So what the women do is they come down here, fetch the water with the salt, and the place we passed before is where they produce the salt. It's a day trip that you can do from from Lafia, so you can plan roughly about 3 to 4 hours depending on how long you want to spend in Keana. Okay, so let's go show you where it's done. So we are at the center of the production of the salt village, and the history of salt making here goes back to the 12th century, where women and settlers of this area came to stay here because they found out there was salt here. So what will show you that you've reached the salt village are the mud huts with the attached roofs and the clay pots that you see all over. So the locals have found a way to arrange the spots in a way that support the salt mining. So every of this hut you see belongs to an individual. The salt production is something that has been done for over 700 years and continues to be done. They even go as far out as selling their salt in Jos in Abuja, so they are known for this. And what you see here are the different items used to producing the salt. So the clay pot, and if we look further down, there's the tree trunk. We're going to come a bit closer to the tree trunk with the different materials they need to kind of like process the salt, and it ends up in the pot here ready for taking away. The structure in front of us is used for the salt processing. It's a hollowed out tree trunk with a thin layer of cement laid inside the trunk to avoid contamination from wood dirt. The salt water is placed in one of the clay pots and allowed to drip through a tiny hole at its base down the tree trunk into a pot at the base of the tree trunk that collects the salt. This salt is then collected and heated over fire to solidify and remove the rest of the water. The salt is spread out and left to dry and almost ready for consumption. Okay guys, so this is what the salt looks like. So it is quite salty. Our driver tasted it. I'm not feeling I'm not feeling sure enough to taste it, but this is definitely salt. But maybe let's see. Tastes like sand. But this is the salt, so probably when all the processing is done, you get a taste of salt from it, and that's where we brought it out from this pot where it's being processed. Okay. They have a lot of tourists and visitors coming here. We've heard from the university. They've come here from different universities to come and study the salt production. This is a local process that's been going on for years and is a tradition that has continually been passed on. So it's definitely worth coming to see. It's definitely worth coming to experience. And if you want to have live action, then do it on Monday to Friday. They will be here till around 7 to 6 p.m. so you can experience some live action in salt production. So I do hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will visit the people of Keana. So far so good. They've been very friendly, and it's actually quite clean and motorable. So when we got to the entrance of the local government, there was a nice sign saying this Keana, and then down here it hasn't also been difficult to locate. We took a bike down here. You could actually walk it, but make sure you wear covered shoes and socks because there is a lot of grass, and you might have an irritation to that. So that's it for us. Let's take you out of this place.
Thanks for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.